Get on your grind, Shorty K.
I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations, way past where them eagles be. What I learned in my returns is not all things you need to see. You gotta feel it, the negative talk, the negative thoughts, and you gotta kill it. I know that it's hard and it leaves scars and it ain't appealing, but you gotta heal it. There's lessons in every little layer, but you gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some air is removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it. Hit rock bottom, looked around like damn, what the fuck I do with it? I remember the levels and picked up my shovel and I started digging and digging and digging until I got dizzy. And trust me, the spirit been busy. I'm back and I'm paid and I'm busy, so feel like I'm acting the way that you get it. This is for back in the day when they just shit it. I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it.
It only matters what you believe about yourself. Believe in yourself as a successful person. Believe that you can and you will. But until you believe you can, you won't.
Yes, Zersky, peace, love, and light. Mr. God, Lord Christopher, the living survivor menu, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the truest keys to success. Hey, before we even get into it, man, continue. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. It's very, very important. We're trying to get in the algorithm. We're trying to get, these podcast views up. And that helps. You feel me? I want to continue to share this knowledge and this wisdom with you guys. And, that's how we're going to keep going and keep it flowing. Y'all see the background now. You feel me? I'm upgrading a little bit. You feel me? Wifey got me the little smart cube. I felt like it was a dope aesthetic to put into the room. Next, I'm going to get like a dope, cool, like anime rug to put on the floor. And then like a sign in the back that says like "See Your Greatness Studios." It's going to be lit up and things of that nature. But until then, man, we trapping how we trapping, we moving how we moving, we doing what we need to do, man. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all. We got a lot of dope, in my opinion, I feel topics. I'm switching my platform a little bit over too as well. I'll be doing it on Streamlabs, because what'll happen is I'll start going live. I'm probably start going live a little bit more, and I'm gonna probably bounce back and forth between Streamlabs and StreamYard, because StreamYard gives me the ability to have like more like interviews and things of that nature, but Streamlabs, it gives me the ability to, again, how I have like the intro startup and the transitionings and things of that nature are a little bit better. So we gonna do what we do and move how we move. But without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into today's podcast. Today is episode 50. Today's episode 50, y'all. That's a big milestone for me. It just hit me as I announced it. Episode 50, man. So that means we gotta do something special real soon. So let's go ahead and get into the disclaimer, and then we're gonna go ahead and vibe out, man. The vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to achieve greatness through seeking new ways to invest in themselves. Everything is high level. What we think, what we say, how we feel, and definitely how we act. But before we even get into the energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We love engagement over here, and understand that it takes a village to push the trend, not just one individual. So the support is much appreciated. Also, take the time to visit the link. Y'all can see it right here at the bottom of your screen. What that allows you to do is join the SYG community on all social platforms. All right. Our aim is to not only grow the brand, but reach at least 500K. Yes, I said 500,000 individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. Now, with all the information being provided, I do have to continue on with this quick disclaimer. Please take the time to do your own research. It's very, very vital, family. My content is intended to be used for motivational and informational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances, and that's how we get it rocking. Now, back to what is my favorite part. We're going to go ahead and step into a little slight meditation so that we can go ahead and focus up and get into the topics of today. So all together, let's get into our God body energy by inhaling peace, and then on the exhale, it's going to allow us to have growth so that we can ultimately see our greatness. So on the count of 3, let's go ahead and inhale peace. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale, receive that growth, you feel me, family? So that we can ultimately see our greatness. Here's what we are learning and tapping into today. So today is episode 50, right, as I stated. And for today's episode, we're going to go over a couple of things. First of all, we're in the final quarter. Y'all already know that. I've been, addressing that for the past 3 months now. We're in the final quarter of the Gregorian calendar, or this year. And we're transitioning into a new year or a new season. So within this last quarter is usually the preparation stage, right, where you go into hibernation mode so that you can go into your monk mode, so that you can focus up and prepare for the shift or the transition that is happening or that is taking place. So with all that being said, as we're in this quarter, I felt that it was very, very important to talk about how, focus produces results, right? Focus produces results. And I'm going to go ahead and give y'all probably my top 6 tips in that regard. And then we're going to dive into a couple of articles that I felt were very, very informative. One of the articles is how Temu and the owner of that became, billions of dollars richer thanks to Black Friday. Another topic we're going to dive into is on how, this is for my hoopers out there, on how a 16-year-old kid by the name of Darren Peterson became the first high school athlete to ink a NIL deal with Adidas. So that's dope. And then last but not least, we got to rep for our alma mater. You feel me? ESPN has voted my alma mater, Virginia State University, the best Division II HBCU marching band in the country. You feel me? In the country. So you already know we're going to have to tap in to that article. After that, we're going to go into thought-provoking questions. That's day 40 of thought-provoking questions, where I ask, some entrepreneurial style questions or personal development style questions to individuals and in high places, or just friends, family, or peers who are aligned with high level conversations. And I feel as though these questions are important to ask because it can help others become better. You feel what I'm saying? And it takes a real individual like myself, a real individual like yourself to ask yourself these questions as well, but also get around people that you can ask these questions, because I feel like it'll help catapult your business, your brand, your life into a space that you really want to align with. We all about high frequency and high vibes over here, so that's what we aim for. And then last but not least, we're gonna lead it off with words of wisdom. You feel me? So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. So today, focus. I had to talk about focus because that's what Spirit was laying on me that we needed to discuss, because again, there are a lot of things that are changing in the world. I don't know if you guys have been up to date to what's happening around you and your community and things of that nature, but there's a lot of shifting, and if you are not prepared for this shift, you're just going to get lost. You're going to be lost in the sauce, as people would say. So I like to utilize my platform to keep people from being in that stagnant space. So let's go ahead and get into how focus produces results, and my top 6 tips that I wrote down. Let me go ahead and get to them. Alright. So, focus enhances productivity and results through several different mechanisms, family. Like, first of all, I want to ask the question, what are you guys focused on nowadays? What are you focused on nowadays? Because that entails, where the trajectory of your life is going to go. Like, the more you feed yourself, whatever you're feeding your mind, your body, your spirit, that's what you are going to be tuned into. So if you're focused on all of this nonsense that's going on with Diddy, if you're focused on, a lot of what's going on in the politics and these wars and things of that nature, if you're just focused on sports, not to say that anything is worse than the other or anything is better than one or the other, but what I'm trying to explain is the one thing that you're focusing on is going to be what either makes or break you, period. If you're constantly waking up in the morning and before you do anything, you got to get on your iPhone and check the shade room or baller alert. Come on, man. What are you doing? You feel me? Like, there are way more important things that we can focus on in life, such as yourself and your own personal development and your own family and your own community, right? Not what's going on in another person's life that some of us may never meet. You feel what I'm saying? Some of us will never meet these people, have a conversation with these people at all. So instead of us focusing so much time on the things that are happening that's distracting us from so many other important things that are happening in the world, let's get out and do something positive and motivating and uplifting, so that we can again uplift ourselves. And for me, what's most important to me is focusing on the generation that's coming up, because that's who is going to carry our legacies. You feel what I'm saying? The next generation, not us, because we all have a temporary time here, so we have to instill these things into the next generation coming up, your kids, your nephews, your nieces, you feel what I'm saying, your little cousins, things of that nature. Like, it's very, very important to help them focus up early and now, because if not, they'll get distracted and influenced by a lot of these outside energies, and in result, if they don't have discipline, it just leads to chaos and destruction. So focus is very, very important. So focus enhances productivity and results through several mechanisms, and these are the several mechanisms. One is efficient resource allocation. When you focus on a specific task, your cognitive resources are directed toward that goal. This efficient allocation of mental energy reduces the likelihood of spreading yourself too thin, enabling a deeper level of engagement with the task at hand. With me, I had to start, getting up and listening to more positive podcasts, right? I had to start shifting my focus mentally, because usually what I would do, I would get up, go on YouTube and things of that nature. After I go through my own little ritual, and I'll just be on YouTube looking at like NBA videos and highlights and stuff. And I had to start asking myself, like, how is this helping me? It's not like I'm a sports journalist or anything of that nature. So how is this helping me? Yes, I like the sport. I grew up playing the sport, but how is it essentially helping me and my family? It's not. It's just entertainment, right? It's just helping the time go by. But with the time that I have, I could be doing something productive, like listening to a positive motivational podcast, right? You got so many out here. You got the Social Proof podcast with David Shands and Donnie Wiggins. You got my podcast. You see me, the See Your Greatness podcast with Lil Christopher. What's another podcast that I tap into? Myron Golden's podcast. He's a really dope, personal development coach. Earn Your Leisure with Rashad Bilal, Troy Millens, and Ian Dunlap. They air every Monday, Market Mondays, and update us on different things that are going on within the world, within the financial market. They are literally the gurus, in my opinion, or the head honchos in this financial literacy space, and teaching our community how to progress and just be better. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they are the ones who are doing the work, especially when it comes to, statistics saying that by 2030 on to 2053 that the black community is going to have 0% in assets. I'm not trying to be a part of that statistic if it is a thing. You feel what I'm saying? And if I have to play the game, my game is to be played to ensure that my family is secure and stable. How do I do that? By following those who are doing the things that I essentially want to accomplish as well. So focus on that. Focus on quality over quantity. It's always best to have something of substance than to have a whole bunch of things that, aren't providing substance to you, right? So focused work often leads to higher quality output as compared to multitasking. By concentrating on one task, you can delve into nuances, make fewer errors, and produce a more polished result. Like, when I started focusing on podcasts, if y'all go back and look at like my older videos and things of that nature, you will see the difference. At first, it was just me and my camera. I didn't have no ring light, none of that stuff. But over time, I started, let me turn this into that. Now I got like a whole little studio in here. Y'all see this vibe? You feel me? you know my Zoom calls be lit. What's up, Paz? Hey, handsome. My homie had to come in here right quick to sit with me. But like, this is what, focusing on quality over quantity looks like. You get to this point in your podcast, and all of this came from me just utilizing what I had in that moment. I had a laptop, I had a phone. That's how Earn Your Leisure started. They had a laptop, they had a phone, they had a mic, and that was it. And they got busy and did what they need to do. So I follow those, those steps. I follow those sequences. Don't change things that don't need to be changed. If it's not broke, why try to fix it, right? Accelerated learning curve when you focus, right? Concentrated focus facilitates a faster learning curve. The brain is better equipped to absorb and retain information when it is actively engaged in a single focused activity. So again, it says the brain is better equipped to absorb the information, take it in, when you are focusing on just one thing. Like, I can't sit here and say that I don't multitask, because I do. I multitask a lot. However, I do see that I get a lot more done, and it is in better quality when I just focus on one thing. For instance, like, I'll be trying to do my mental health case notes, look up different articles while listening to a podcast. Sometimes I might even have the PlayStation on because I want to get a little play now match in or play some Madden. But I had to understand, like, instead of me giving each and everything like 25%, let me just give this 100. Then I can move on to the next thing, give that 100%, move on to the next thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's how you give yourself quality energy into these things, right? Task completion, right? When you focus helps in completing tasks more efficiently and in less time. When distractions are minimized, you can progress through tasks without constant interruptions, leading to quicker achievement of goals. So that goes along with number 3 as well. Increased problem solving ability. Focused thinking enhances problem solving skills. With undivided attention, you can analyze challenges more effectively, generate creative solutions, and adapt to changing circumstances. Like, for me, I realized, like, when I started, focusing on meditating more, like, especially in my rising, when I get up and I, before I take my dog out and things of that nature, I would meditate. Just me, my inner thoughts, me and my spirit. And we would, discuss like how I want my day to be ran that day. If I don't want to be in chaos, well, first I have to get my spirit, my mind, my body, and all of those things aligned. I have to get it in order, right? And once I have it in order, that allows me to be able to respond to things accordingly, effectively, and efficiently, rather than reacting to things just abruptly, irrationally. You feel what I'm saying? And not being able to have a sound mind, sound reasoning, and sound logic, sound understanding, sound overstanding in certain situations and things of that nature. That's how I keep myself out of particular situations, by just centering myself and being able to focus up so that I can effectively problem solve accordingly. And last but not least, we got mental stamina and endurance is what focus provides when you're looking to get results. Developing the ability to sustain focus over time improves mental stamina. This endurance is crucial for tackling complex projects and overcoming obstacles that may arise during the course of work. Like, I do a lot of different projects. You feel me? I wear a lot of different hats. And so I have to have mental stamina, because if I get burned out mentally, I won't be able to give anything to any of the projects or things of that nature, or any of my job duties that I need to handle, right? So when you focus on one thing, especially those who quote unquote have self-diagnosed themselves of having ADHD or ADD, things of that nature, and even for those who do have these mental health ailments or disorders, when you start implementing like small tasks, like for instance, to keep myself from multitasking, I would put myself on a timer. So I'll put 20 minutes to do my work, the work that I need to do, just focus on that particular thing for 20 minutes. And then after my timer goes off, I'll take a break, like going outside and just being in nature, right? Walking the dog. While I'm doing that, I develop, the mindset of, okay, while I'm doing this as well, some days I'll be on my phone, but other days it's like, I don't even want to be on my phone while I'm outside. I'm focused on being in the moment. Even if it's just me walking my dog and he's just circling around, just smelling the grass, smelling the flowers and things of that nature, I'm just focusing and being in that moment, because that is the most precious moments that you'll ever have, is the right now, the things that you are in right now, right? Because fear comes from when you're living in the past. Anxiousness comes from when you're trying to live in the future. But peace comes from when you live right now. And that's a quote that somebody had instilled in me and my wife when, we were eating, and when we're trying to, focus on things that are important to us and that are trying to keep us distracted. Like, when you realize that the only time that you truly have is the moments that you have right now, all else just is not as tough or hard on you, right? And it allows you to have, again, the ability to focus and be steadfast on your purpose or your mission or what you feel you're divinely here or sent here to do. So mental stamina and endurance is definitely key. In summary, focus acts as a catalyst for productivity, right? And results by optimizing cognitive resources, fostering quality work, accelerating learning, promoting task completion, enhancing problem solving, and building mental endurance. It transforms effort into meaningful outcomes by allowing the mind to operate at its peak efficiency. And that's what we're all about, is getting that mind to the point to where it's elevating and operating in its peak efficiency. Like, when we're not in our peak efficiency, we're so caught off guard by so many things in the world and easily swayed. Like, our energy or our emotions, our energy and emotion is just easily swayed by things, and we allow that to become a part of us. So, more of the story, focus up so that you can produce the results that you genuinely and wholeheartedly want to produce. Like, get out here and stop focusing on the bullshit that's going on online, like, focus on you and yours, focus on your family, focus on what you can control. You feel what I'm saying? You not in no $1 million lawsuit. You heard? your family, y'all need to be worried about the type of things that y'all are going to invest in. And that's not what y'all need to be investing in. Me either. You feel me? Like because I try to go on my platforms and, sometimes you see it. But on my platforms, I intend to use it more for just marketing my brand, following people that are like-minded as me, and not engaging in things that aren't benefiting me and my family, period. Right? I went on an unfollow spree because I know what time it is. I know what time it is when you allow those things that are distractions to become a part of your aura. It starts to consume you and take over you, and the next thing you know, you got nothing done. Lack of focus, lack of discipline, right? So focus up so that you can produce these results. I hope those top 6 tips helped y'all. Now we're going to go ahead and move into some new upgrades. So let's go ahead and make this transition. Let's see. That's transition is ill. Yes, sir. So this is coming from Afrotech. Afrotech, I love Afrotech. They have some amazing news on our people. You know what I'm saying? The black culture, the melanated culture, right? So there's this article about a 16-year-old kid by the name of Darren Peterson, and he has become the first high school athlete to ink an NIL deal with Adidas. Now, if y'all don't know what an NIL is name, image, and likeness. It's pretty much like you're getting paid for what you're putting your face on. You're getting paid for what your name goes on. Things of that nature. So for instance, like jersey sales, whether you got your face on the cover of a video game, all those different types of outlets, you're now able to get paid for it, right? Because of this, thing called the name, image, and likeness. So this kid has been taking advantage of it, and we are in the age to where it's like partnerships are definitely better than not having any partnerships. I can wholeheartedly say that. And if you can look around the world today, you will see that everybody is partnering together to build huge conglomerates. So why not follow suit with that? So what we have, 16-year-old Darren Peterson becomes the first high school athlete to ink an NIL deal with Adidas, right? Huntington, a young basketball star, has made history over at Adidas. Huntington Prep School shooting guard Darren Peterson has inked an NIL deal with the sportswear company, making the 16-year-old the first high school athlete to do so, according to On3. I'm extremely proud to join an elite group of athletes with Adidas, Peterson shared in a statement per On3. I look forward to working with the team as I embark on this pivotal moment in my career. And that's him right there. Y'all can follow him on the gram. It's Darren, DARRYMP1. Right, that's him. Photo shoot with the Adidas sneaks on. I think those are the AEs actually. The Anthony Edwards. I rock with his Adidas. His and James. I think him, James Harden, and what's my guy, Donovan Mitchell. They got like the toughest sneakers over at Adidas as far as hooping. Peterson, who is a 5-star number 3 prospect in the U.S. for the class of 2025, pour On3 has joined fellow student athletes Michael Penix Jr. That's the quarterback, I believe, for Washington, and Rome Odunze in the Adidas roster. As previously reported by Afrotech in October 2023, the Washington Huskies players became Adidas' first NIL football athletes. Darren is an all-star athlete at such a young age and embodies what Adidas basketball is all about. Eric Wise, global general manager of Adidas basketball, said, "We cannot wait to see what the future holds and welcome him into the Three Stripes family." Prior to joining Huntington Prep School's basketball team in Huntington, Virginia, so this is in VA, Peterson played for Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, CVCA, in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. A significant factor behind the transfer was that West Virginia was a state where he could leverage NIL deals, right? We don't have NIL deals in Ohio. CVCA coach Matt Futch said that was a lot in the reasoning and decision making that they had to go into making this decision. You got to put yourself in a position as a young person to take advantage of that. That can be life changing. That played a major role in this decision because Ohio does not have NIL. So some states don't have NIL. Right? As of this writing, Peterson's on-3 NIL valuation stands at $269,000, y'all. He's 16 years old. 16 years old. Hasn't even graduated high school yet. And he's making more than people are ever going to see in their lifetime. What's more, he ranked at number 22 on its high school basketball NIL rank. As previously shared by Afrotech, On3 takes performance, influence, and exposure into consideration for NIL valuations. That's tough, man. That's tough. You feel what I'm saying? A quarter of $250,000? 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he has a great and strong team behind him to help him manage that and invest it properly. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man, and how far this can go. I feel like it changes the game as far as kids wanting to go to college just to hoop, because college isn't for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And this shows that you don't have to go through the whole route of going to college first just so you can whether make it to the NBA, or even if that's even a dream later on for some kids. Some kids might not even want to go to the NBA, especially if they can start getting deals like this, playing across seas, things of that nature, or going to different sports things like the Big Three with Ice Cube. You feel what I'm saying? What's OTE? You just had the two twins get drafted out of OTE. You feel me? So Asar and Amen. So the game is changing. So y'all need to get hip, man. Educate your kids on this stuff. Let's go ahead and make a smooth transition into one of my favorite articles that I tapped into today. ESPN names VSU the best Division II HBCU marching band in the country, family. In the country. You heard. Petersburg, Virginia State University announced Tuesday that its marching band, the Trojan Explosion Marching Band, was named the best Division II HBCU band in the country. The Trojan Explosion will compete on December 15th for the Band of the Year against Florida Memorial and ESPN's first HBCU Band of the Year competition in Atlanta. It is tremendous honor to be recognized as one of the best HBCU bands in the country, BSU Director of Marching and Pep Bands, Dr. Taylor Whitehead said. The band has worked incredibly hard and has had some amazing performances over the past year. The bands were voted on in multiple categories, including auxiliaries, drum majors, musicality, percussion, and drill, marching, and maneuvering. At certain points, VSU ranked first in the country in the drum majors, auxiliary, and percussion categories. You can watch VSU compete in the HBCU Band of the Year competition again on December 15th, 6 p.m., ESPN 3 and ESPN Plus. That's tough, man. I'm so excited. I'm actually going back to school because I want to, again, use this as a networking this is going to be a networking move for me, but I also want to get a few what's the word I'm looking for, like certifications and things of that nature. Being in the mental health field, there are certain things that I have to do, especially when it comes to what I want to do in the field, and it requires what they call higher education. My attempt is to have to pay through for your tuition and stuff, of course, but I'm looking to pay for that through grants. I'm not taking out no more student loans, things of that nature. It's a scam. But I'm excited, man, just to see what that campus looks like now too. Like, we lit, and they're actually stating, I believe, that they were going to have the next presidential debate at our new student center. So that's going to be even dope. So we'll see how how everything turns out. But this was something that I could not Pass up. Shout out to VCU, man. Hail State. Last but not least of one of the articles of the day, family. I know a lot of y'all went Black Friday shopping. I know y'all did. You feel me? I know y'all went and just spent all of y'all hard-earned money, right, on these things that y'all get every single year. Whether it's a new game system, whether it's the same Jordans that come out every year, all of these things. Y'all not investing it in land. You're not investing it in your community. You barely probably investing it in your business. China, second richest man behind retail fortune, including Temu. I know y'all shopping on Temu. Grows $7.5 billion richer just on Tuesday. Do y'all know that y'all set a high record on Black Friday for online sales? Sales period. $10 billion. I think it was like $9.7 billion that was spent. And we're supposed to have 0% in assets between 2030 and 2053 in our community. This is why we giving our money away. We're supposed to have like a 1.7, or definitely probably got to be between 1.5 and 3 trillion dollar community. As far as like how much we spend just within our community, it's like trillions of dollars. China is already the second richest man. Y'all gave him another 7.5 billion. I had to come up here and see this and talk about this one. Chinese billionaire Colin Huang's net worth exploded Tuesday after PDD, the bargain-focused Chinese retailer he founded, posted blowout earnings, sending shares of PDD to their highest price since June 2021. New York listed shares of PDD, formerly known as Pinduoduo, surged 18% to $139 in Tuesday trading after the firm reported quarterly earnings and revenue more than 25% above analyst forecasts, generating record net income of $9.4 billion and sales $2.1 billion. Now imagine before it surged 18% that you invested in this company. Imagine what your portfolio would look like. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine what your portfolio would look like. Just imagine what your portfolio would look like. It would look like his. Wong, who led a 26.5 stake in PDD as of the end of 2022, simultaneously enjoyed significant bump in his fortune Tuesday. The 43-year-old retail maverick's net worth jumped $7.5 billion to $49 billion, the second largest gain of any billionaire on Tuesday, y'all, in one day, according to Forbes real-time tracker. Following P. Diddy's rally, it sounds like I'm saying P. Diddy. Following P. Diddy's rally, Wang overtook Zhang Yiming, the founder of TikTok parent ByteDance, as China's second richest man. So the first richest man at first was the TikTok guy, or the creator of TikTok, which is actually ByteDance. ByteDance runs TikTok. This guy, who has Temu, just became the second richest. Following PD's rally, Wang overtook the second richest man. Wang is the 25th richest person in the world. He already rich, y'all, and we keep giving him money. Just behind Koch Industries chairman and commodity tycoon Charles Koch. Pinduoduo originally took off as a virtual bazaar for Chinese shoppers to score cheap prices on produce and other agricultural products, but PDD has since set its sights globally, launching the shopping app Temu in the U.S. last fall to significant fanfare and backlash from lawmakers who traced the low prices to forced labor. PDD, whose market capitalization soared nearly $30 billion on Tuesday, is the second largest U.S. listed Chinese company, trailing only online retailer Alibaba at a $193 billion market cap. Shares of Alibaba and other large Chinese firms traded in the U.S., such as fellow e-commerce player JD.com and artificial intelligence leader Baidu, largely dropped Tuesday, moving against PDD. Despite his significant stake in Pinduoduo, Huang no longer holds an official role at the company he once led as CEO and chairman. Crazy thing about this, y'all, he not even there no more, but he's still making bread. Pinduoduo shares have whipsawed dramatically in their 5 years on the market. The stock, still down from its 2021 all-time high, is up more than 300% since March 2022. Wang's wealth has similarly swung wildly, dipping from $55 billion on Forbes 2021 billionaires list to just $11 billion on the 2022 ranking, before recovering its current $49 billion level. So you win some, you lose some. Where are we at? Is there any more? That was it. I think that was the end of the article. Yeah, that was the end of the article in that regard. But yo, $7.5 billion in one day? Y'all can't tell me this wasn't a crazy story. Y'all cannot tell me that was not a crazy story, bro. Like, this is why I get up here and do what I do, because I want to educate you guys on these things. Like, this is what I focus on. And the reason I focus on these things is because I want my family to be in the best position possible, and I can't have them in the best position possible if we're not learning about how to invest properly. And investing is not all about monetary. Like, I utilize these articles and things of that nature to just spark the mind of someone who is looking and trying to accomplish, new heights and goals in their life. It starts here with these different types of things. You got a 16-year-old making $269,000. You got a person who's already a billionaire, 25th, he was on the list, 25th of the richest people in the world. He just made $7.5 billion on a Tuesday. Because us, the consumers, are just consuming stuff. When in all actuality, your mindset needs to change from a consumer mindset into a marketer mindset. Marketing different products and things of that nature that you offer for the community to utilize, or for the consumers to utilize. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. 7.5 billion on a Tuesday, family. Now that's crazy. Let's go ahead and shift, man. We're gonna go ahead and shift into TPQ Day 40, 100 days of thought-provoking questions, right? I ask these questions to, I would say the 1%, the 5%, the 10%. But it's to anyone who is at a high level in their craft and things of that nature. Pause. What are you doing? You got a potty? I think he got a potty, yo. Hold on. Crate. I need you to go to the crate until I'm done. I'm coming. Go. I'm coming. I'm in my PJs and everything. I'm about to take him outside, so I gotta make this quick. So yeah, this is day 40 of 100 days of thought-provoking questions. How do you handle high-pressure situations without becoming overwhelmed? How do you handle high-pressure situations without becoming overwhelmed? I kind of told y'all in the beginning with like the whole focusing aspect to gain results. Meditation is so key, or what some people call prayer, things of that nature. Meditation isn't always about like sitting with your eyes closed and things of that nature, but just putting yourself in a peaceful mind state. And the ways that you do that is by waking up every day and actually just focusing on you. Not getting on your phone, checking your Instagram, your Twitter, your YouTube. Not even answering the phone for other individuals before you answer yourself, before you give time to yourself. Because if you aren't able to handle the chaos that is going on within your mind and in your spirit, how can you expect to, take on all of the extra energy that's out here in the world? You'll become overwhelmed because you just got so much on you and you haven't developed a way to get all of those things outside of you. So meditation is definitely key. And then the more and more that you just grow to know who you are as a person in certain situations, you'll start to realize that, okay, I'm not going to put myself here. I'm not going to put myself there because I know it's going to produce this type of outcome. When you get to that point, that's how you know that you're finally at a place in your mind or a place in your spirit that you have control. You have control of your thoughts. You have control of your body. You have control over responding instead of reacting. You feel me? Because you're taking the time to think instead of just taking the time to just do something irrational and not really understanding the consequence of it. So, yeah, meditation for me. That's for me. Meditation, and that could be, again, just walking in nature. It can be you resting, working on your breath, your breathing, right? With your eyes closed, doing breath work. It can be reading. You feel what I'm saying? It can be just taking the time to just bask in some art. You feel what I'm saying? Like, find different things that help bring you to a zone of peace. Whatever helps bring you to a zone of peace. That's how I keep myself from being in overwhelmed situations. He's back. He's ready to go. So, last but not least, words of wisdom. Words of wisdom, and we're out of here, family. Let's go ahead and get to the words of wisdom. I wrote some down. Have it in my little book of knowledge. Okay, so one of them is, faith is not a foundation. Faith is the foundation. I'm going to say that one more time. Faith is not a foundation. Faith is the foundation. And what is faith? Faith is confidence. Faith is knowing, right? Faith is understanding yourself wholeheartedly, understanding the Most High wholeheartedly, knowing that in any circumstance, in any situation, you are grounded, right? When you have faith, you are grounded because you are taking things from, whatever, it could be whatever religion you're in. It can be, you just believing and knowing who you are. When you have such a strong faith or such a strong confidence within yourself and you are building on that as your foundation, nothing can break you down. That's my opinion, and that's what I'm always going to stand on because I've seen what faith has done for me. I've seen what faith, wisdom, and knowledge has done for me. Those are my three best friends. Faith, wisdom, and knowledge. My confidence, right? The truth, which is the knowledge, and the wisdom. That's me putting all those things together and going out here and doing things. Wisdom is doing. Wisdom is an act, right? It's not just a word. Wisdom is an act because when you're wise, you move accordingly. And you move accordingly depending on the knowledge that you have. And from that knowledge, you have faith that it is true. You're confident that it is true. So, faith is not a foundation. Faith is the foundation. Alright? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Hey, look, man. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to keep dropping these videos. Keep dropping new content. Hit that link right there down below. You feel me? Tap into that, man. We're going to keep elevating. We're going to keep pushing. New things coming. I'm constantly dropping merch on the site, so y'all definitely go look at the website. Donations. If you want to donate to the channel so that we can continue to, you know, build off this, that also allows me to do, again, like more giveaways, more give backs and things of that nature. You can do that on the link. If you want to tap into the Discord to where we have like a huge group chat with one another, do that. I'm honestly the only person that's in there right now, you know, putting different like news articles. I allow you to promote your brand business. I ask that, you know, you guys drop. I have a section where it's called drop some knowledge, and that's basically like dropping like your favorite books in the chat, right? What else do I have? I have like financial literacy tips up there, AI news. I have my YouTube channels up there and things of that nature. But it's a platform that we all can come together on and just have like our own little big text group. You feel me? If you want to subscribe to my Linktree, I would suggest that you do that too. So you can stay up to date of, again, like the new videos and things that I drop, or the new links that I put up there. I do have a part where it has affiliate links, so any brands, you know what I'm saying, that's looking for a brand ambassador, or you want me to promote your brand and add you to, you know, my affiliate link, you can tap in with me as well. You can also add me to your contacts. You feel me? You know, add me to your contacts. I do have a text now number up there, so from that number, you know, we can tap in and we could talk about different resources and things of that nature. And I'll start, you know, sending out like motivational text messages in the AM and the rising and things of that nature to get you going, get you flowing. But other than that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to continue to again send over some of your music so that I can play in the beginning of the intro video, I would love to do that. I would love to, you know, start breaking out artists. I do not promote artists who talk about the detriment of our community, so mind the music that you do send to me. What else? If you want to do interview, you know what I'm saying, and tap in with me in that fashion, again, you can shoot me a DM, or you can hit that text now number and we can, you know, work out the specifics from there. But other than that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This was definitely a dope episode for episode 50. And with all that being said, remember, stone has to be your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the truest keys to success. And I love y'all. Peace.